For the last few weeks, I have been making over this disaster of a garage. It had gotten so out of control, it really needed to be addressed. So, the first thing that I did was clean everything out. I donated a lot, got rid of stuff that I didn't need, and then I added some cabinets for some additional storage and some pegboard so I can have a lot of storage for all of my tools. And then I added a shelf for my miter saw so I won't have to do that on the floor, and some shelves for even more storage, and added some doors to the front of the cabinet so sawdust doesn't get over everything, and some trim to finish it off. And that's where we left off in last week's video.
Okay, I have been working for at least a couple days on repairing all of the drywall in this garage. I know it's just a garage, but I didn't want, like, the seams had come separated and I just didn't want that. So I was repairing all that and retexturing, and it took a while, but I'm finally ready to paint. I have some things I want to put on this wall, but I can't put them up until I get a fresh coat of paint there. I finished this wall and the back wall, but I still have to do this wall and the worst part, which is the ceiling.
I have painted a lot of walls, so I picked up a few tips to make things go a bit faster. First thing is this paint stick that I'm using that attaches to the roller. I'm not having to climb up and down a ladder or step stool, and it makes it go so much quicker. And also the nap of your paint roller. Because my walls are pretty textured, I am using a 3/4 inch nap, and that just means that it holds more paint and it's going to be able to get the paint into the crevices of the wall a lot easier than just kind of rolling over the raised parts of the surface. Also, if you're going to be painting ceilings, wear a hat. Ask me how I know this. My sister-in-law does my hair, and recently she was like, "Is there any chance that there could be paint in your hair?" And I was like, yes, it is actually pretty likely that there is paint in my hair.
Okay, I am thrilled to have all of the painting done. That was one of the biggest parts, especially doing the ceiling, but it's all done. Now I want to move on to replacing the light fixture. I already removed the old one. It didn't really work at all anyway, and so we haven't had a light in here in a while. I grabbed this one off of Amazon, and it's LED and it's adjustable. You can switch it like 3 different settings, and the reason why I wanted this one is because the ceilings in here are pretty low, and I wanted something that was going to sit flush with the ceiling and be just a really slim profile, and basically just not even draw any attention to itself, but have enough light for this garage. The light was pretty easy to install. I do wish it was a tiny bit more flush with the ceiling, but that's okay. I think it'll work in here. I like how it's just like your attention's not drawn to it at all, because these ceilings are only 8 feet. So I wanted something that would be higher but just provide light, but like kind of just disappear. And that's what that does. So one more thing to install. In this garage, there is an outlet inside here that I covered up, and then also one up here for the garage door opener, and that is not going to work for my power tools. So I got something that I think will help. So I grabbed this retractable extension cord off of Amazon because I can mount it to the ceiling, and then I can use it for my tools and then it'll pick itself back up instead of having cords all over the ground. But I also, if you're thinking about doing this, I want to make sure to tell you that I got the correct size extension cord that can handle the amount of amps, like for my table saw, which is about 15 amps, because I don't want to be using it on a light duty extension cord. So this one's perfect for a workshop for all of my power tools.
Mounting this extension cord to the ceiling was pretty easy, but it is extremely important that you get it into studs because I'm going to be yanking on this thing and moving it around, and if it was just in the drywall, it would come down so quickly. I also love that it has like 3 plugs at the end of it, so I can plug in more than one thing at a time to it. It's just really handy to have.
Okay, this is gonna be awesome. Just pull it down and it'll either lock or go back up. But I don't want this hanging here in the middle, like this is right how we walk to go in the house. The good thing is it's adjustable. So this piece right here, I can adjust it to move down. That way it will be all the way up there and I can just pull it down like that. Okay, that's so much better. Now we can just walk right underneath it, but it's still low enough that I can just reach it when I need to power whatever tool. I got this little thing here off of Amazon to hold all of my kids' stuff, like for sports, to kind of corral everything. I don't know that I would recommend it because basically as soon as I put it together, one of the wheels broke. It does have stationary feet that I'm just gonna put on and I'll probably end up just keeping it. We'll see, but this is working really well for now. Okay, it's another paint day, but this time it is for these big cabinets behind me and also my cabinets that hold my miter saw. So in the last video, I asked you guys if I should use the cyberspace navy color or if I should use the light gray color that I already have, and like 99.9% of you said that you thought I should use the light gray color, and you had a good point. Mainly because of the sawdust and everything in here, that the navy color would show all of that a lot easier, and I was like, yeah, that is totally right, it will. Plus, this will save me money. So this is the color, this modern gray, I think it's called, and I'm using the emerald urethane trim enamel, which is supposed to be really good paint, and I'm not gonna prime with it because you're not supposed to have to. And then I am using a like microfiber roller. Normally, I would definitely take off these cabinet doors and paint either side of them and put them back on, but it took me forever to get them aligned how I wanted them because they each have 4 hinges on them because they're giant doors. So I'm not gonna take them off. I am just gonna paint over the top of them. I probably won't end up doing the insides of them because again, this is just a garage. I'm trying to remind myself of that, and I want them to look nice from the outside, and I'm not quite as worried about the inside. For these cabinets over here, I will take those off and paint them like on the little paint tripod things, so that'll be easier.
If I would have chosen a paint color from the paint store, I think I would have gone with something a little bit darker, not as dark as the cyberspace color, but something a little bit darker than this gray. It just kind of blends in with the white. It was making it a little difficult to see where I had painted and where I hadn't, but I still think it looks nice. It will look good in the end, but I wanted something that contrasted with the wall a little bit more, but I am all for using what I have. This saved me a good bit of money, and I am happy about that. I'm not painting all of the insides of the cabinet, just the fronts of the shelves, because you can see them a tiny bit through the gaps in the doors, and I wanted it all to match.
Okay, the cabinet is looking really good. I still have to do like the brush work in between, you know, and then like up at the top, the little detail work, but I'm gonna save that to do all at one time because I'm going to now focus on these cabinets. So I need to take the drawers out and take the doors off and also take the countertops off so we can put a coat of paint on these bases.
By this point, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little tired of painting. I do enjoy painting, but between the walls and the ceiling and all of these cabinets, like I was ready to do something else. But I did want to mention I bought a pack of these microfiber rollers off of Amazon. It was like a pack of 24, and they worked really well. They were very inexpensive, and I like that after I was done, I don't have to worry about washing them. I can just throw them away. I will link everything down in the description if you guys are interested. I enjoy painting cabinet boxes a whole lot more than I enjoy painting the doors. These Home Depot cabinets I was really impressed with. A tip that I did do that I wanted to mention that I did off camera was add a little bit of caulk on the seams of the door because you don't really notice it before they're painted, but after they're painted there's a tiny bit of a gap. I also don't really use tape tons. I kind of freehand it because I guess I just don't have enough patience for tape, so I did all of the brushing by hand and it looked a lot better after doing that. I wanted to get everything done in this video and have a reveal for you guys, but I just couldn't get it all finished and I didn't want to rush it. I wanted it to be perfect, exactly how I wanted it. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of what's coming up in next week's video. So make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss it. Also, don't forget to like this video and leave me a comment down below of how you think the garage is coming. Is there anything else that you think that I should do in the garage? Let me know in the comments and I will see you guys next week. Bye.